Hey, Taryl, what's up?
How you doing, Clippers? Can't you see I'm busy playing pachinko? What do you want?
I got some questions for you.
Again with the question.
Well, yeah, I just want to pick your brain.
All right. I'll answer your stupid questions and then I'm going to get back to my game. I'm trying to relax here. What do you want?
All right. My first question. Why does the recoil rope rip out of my hand when I try to start it?
Like on a push mower?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's because the key is slightly sheared and the timing is off. So it ain't sparking at the right time and it's trying to start and it's jerking the rope out of your hand. Probably hit something with the lawnmower and slightly sheared the key. It's not fully sheared, it's slightly sheared, just enough to throw the timing off. If it was totally sheared, it probably wouldn't start at all. So you probably hit something with the lawnmower. That's why it's ripping the rope out of your hand.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll look into that. All right. Well, I got another question for you.
And what's that?
Where do you get your parts from?
I get them from my parts room. I go up in my parts room where I keep my parts. That's where I get them from.
Oh, okay. And magic guy just comes in and restocks it for you every day?
Oh, you mean where do I buy my parts from?
Yeah.
Well, since I'm a dealer, I set up accounts with these companies that sell parts, like ProPartsDirect.net, Stens, Rotary, but you gotta be a dealer, which means you gotta have a tax number in order to sign up to get the parts. You have to be a business. They just don't sell to the public. Well, ProParts does, but Stens and Rotary, you gotta be a dealer, or Briggs. I'm a Briggs dealer. Just like if you wanted crawler parts, you gotta become a crawler dealer. Or if you want, to get the parts in volume and be able to get them at a discount. Or, anybody can go online and buy parts, but you're paying full price. But as a business, you get them at a discount because, I'm in business to make money. I'm not in business to not make money. But I do give away free information on YouTube. Valuable information.
So where would be like a good spot for just like an everyday guy to like go and get some parts, like online?
ProPartsDirect.net. Go to them. They sell parts online. There's several other, places that sell. That's why you got a Google search. That's what Google is for. You go and you type in, I'm looking for this. Where's it at, Google? And then all these, responses pop up and you start clicking on them. That's how the internet works. So you got to do one of them giggle searches. That's what I usually call it, a giggle search. But then you might not know what that is, so I got to use the proper name, Google.
Oh, okay. Sounds easy enough. I'll check that out.
Yeah, you Google anything, you can find anything you want.
Wow, that's amazing. I never thought of that.
Yeah.
Oh.
In the old days, we used to have to use magazines, look in the back of magazines, or call. Look in the phone book and call. Hey, where can I get this? I don't know. Hey, try this guy down the street. He might have that. Hey, try him. And then you call that guy and he goes, he don't have it. Maybe try this guy. That's what we did before the internet. We called and looked in magazines.
And like microfiche and stuff like that for like
to look up parts. Yeah, you had to use a microfiche machine. They had a little card you slid in there and you looked all around. Very time consuming.
Wow.
And then before that, big thick manuals. You would look in the manual. Big thick books you'd pull out.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, it was. We've come a long way.
That's good. Well, I got another question for you.
What's that?
What would you consider are a lot of hours on a mower or a machine?
A lot of hours would probably be something that had an hour meter on it so you'd be able to keep track. Because push mowers and leaf blowers and chainsaws, they don't have hour meters on them. So you're just using them as you're using them. But lawn tractors and zero turns usually have hour meters. So a lot of hours to me would be about 1,200 hours. Now, you could look this up too. You can find out what these engines are rated for in hours. But 1200 tells me a lot of hours, and especially on a machine that had like no maintenance done to it. The only time they did any kind of maintenance was when something broke, and then they just fixed that one thing. Maintenance is the key word. You know, if you got a machine that's well maintained, a lot of hours really don't mean that much. But again, a lot of these engines don't develop problems until they have a lot of hours on them. You know, and then that's when things start to crop up. Just like with a car, when you got a car that's old, you know, and you put a lot of miles on it, you know, things start to break. You know, the steering parts start to wear out, you know, and you got to put tires on it and brakes and, well, the same with lawn equipment, but it's just a lot more maintenance. They're high maintenance lawn equipment because you got blades and belts and pulleys and idlers and engine parts, you know. Got all these moving parts, everything moving and spinning, so, you know, they don't last forever. Some are made better, some are made cheaper. You know, you get what you pay for. Just remember that. When you're buying a $1,500 John Deere, you're getting a $1,500 John Deere. You're not getting a $10,000 John Deere for $1,500. It just says John Deere on it. You know, they're playing tricks on you. You know, that's marketing, it's called. Sure, it's a John Deere. It's a $1,500 John Deere. Sure, it's a Cub Cadet. It's a $1,500 Cub Cadet. They got $8,000 and $10,000 Cub Cadets. You think it's going to be made just as well as that $1,500 one? So you got to think. And reviews, another thing. Reviews are very important. Go online before you buy something. Start reading reviews, what other people are saying. When you see 4 or 5 of the same thing popping up, that's a problem. Because 4 or 5 people are having that problem. And chances are they all live all in different parts of the world or the country. So look at reviews before you buy something. Do your research. Do your homework. Knowledge is power. All right, what else you got?
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds pretty reasonable, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I only got one more question here for you.
Oh, good. And I can get back to playing my game. I was winning before you stopped me.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I didn't want to interrupt you.
You did.
Okay, well, I just got one more quick question. What are you saying in that theme song that I keep hearing in the background of all these videos? I can't make it out.
What's the words? The grass
Oh.
Grass
That's what it is. Grass rats, yow. That's the name of your shop. Now it's all making
Grass
sense.
rats, that's what y'all are. Y'all grass rats out there watching this.
Grass rats, yow.
Yeah, if you're into lawnmowers and weed eaters and chainsaws and stuff, you're a grass rat. You know, there's people that live in big cities. They don't cut grass. They live in a big high-rise cement building. They're not grass rats. They're city slickers. We're grass rats. You're a grass rat.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Grass rats, yow.
Meow, grass rats. Meow. Is that it? Is that all the questions?
Well, yeah, that's all I got for this time.
All right. Well, tune in again. We'll do this again, but maybe get a hold of me ahead of time, you know, so you don't bother me. We'll plan this out.
All right. Well, I wasn't trying to sneak up on you. I just had these important questions I wanted to get.
Well, I got an important pachinko game I'm playing here.
All right. Well, make sure you check out this channel and subscribe. Click the little bell thing so you get the notifications. Don't forget to go to the Taryl Apparel store and pick up your stuff. Help us out. And like I always say at the end of every video, there's your supper.
Yeah, now I'm not getting any jackpots. I was on a hot streak and you just ruined it.
Well, I'm going to start my own hot streak. Come on. Oh, big money. Big money. Oh, I got nothing.